Good morning or afternoon, how's it going? Welcome to Monday. It's the beginning of the week, and we are going to brew a new... what was this? Oh. It was just got it. We're gonna build a new Brawl deck today. It is gonna be a Final Fantasy Brawl deck, and we are going to be using our traditional... only use commons until we get a win. Ah yes, my favorite Final Fantasy commander, Kenrith. But no, I have a few different ideas already. Now we have to remember the key drawbacks that we've been running into. Sephiroth doesn't sound bad. But my idea was actually, what if we built... Jack's not bad. Vince is fine. I was leaning either, how original I know, Vivi or Kuja, or, in my first thought actually, where did you go? Kefka. Now, all of these I think have a fairly simple game plan, and they're strong enough commanders that 99 commons won't leave me there forever. We would see if that's true. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, lightning doesn't sound bad either. Alright, there's a few. I don't think I want birds. I don't think I want wizards. Noctis does not seem good. Omega is really bad. Thrasios. We could try to do Yuna. I'm very concerned about how many good enchantments there are at common. Although, we could do like a heavy control in all of the enchantment removal pieces until we can maybe get Yuna on board. Whenever lightning deals combat damage, till your next turn, if a source would deal damage, it deals double instead. I'd also be tempted to do Hugo Benedicta. That'd be fun. Or a Benedicta Barnabas. I will say, one of the things I'm sad about is that the promo card of Joshua being Rograk means that it's not in main set, so you could not build Rogthras if you wanted to. Alright, I think I'm leaning away from Jekt and also Sephiroth. I do believe I want to build a multicolor commander with 99 commons. We're not going to do partner this time. I think it's between these three. Because my idea with Kefka actually was to look up all of the commons that are like artifact creatures or enchantment creatures, just multiple card types, and play to that out. Kuja, just impulse draw wizard stuff. Honestly, the same thing with Vivi. Card draw, impulse draw, survive. I think those would be our strongest bets to not be stuck on this Brawl commander for, I don't know, a month, 2 months. I'd actually have to look back and see. Let's brew one of each, actually. Let's build a Kefka. let's save this for now. Because Kuja seems like a good, fun 99 common commander. And then there's Vivi, which I'm convinced you can build a bad Vivi deck. I don't know how bad you can build the Vivi deck, though. You know, I didn't expect this, and I don't know why. So let's brew up one of each of these. Our stipulation, as always with these decks, is no cards higher than common initially. Now... let's see. Filter, common... creature. Ooh, unearth stuff would be good too. Like a pseudo graveyard matters theme, maybe? That's really good for if we want Kuja. Tap an untapped creature, add colorless. That's actually turn 1 mana. So we could maybe get like a turn 3 Kuja out. We also gotta think about how we win. Because I don't know if we can just rely on Kuja this whole time. Or not Kuja, Kefka this whole time. This creature gains flying. Rook turret seems like very good filtering. Let's see. I guess we haven't decided who our commander is gonna be, but we can bring up. I think it's gonna be Kefka. I really do. Starting very fresh here. Yeah, it'll be Kefka. Does that go too far over the border? Let's see. Yup. If I say Kefka, people will know who Kefka is. Trust. Alrighty. Now back to finding semi-decent to decent uncommons for our deck. Newlith is good because Newlith is pseudo-vigilance. When this artifact enters Scry 2... Discard this card, tap 2 creatures you don't control, they stay tapped. Return 2 target creature cards from graveyard to hand. I do like Blood Fountain. Clay Revenant's good. Anything that we can return to our hand is also good, or graveyard. Flash Indestructible? But just one-time use? Maybe we start filtering for like some unblockable. Or like some... This or equipped it gets +2/+0. Turbucket. Yes. Tap, make a treasure only if a creature died. I didn't realize there was a common ninja. Do we ninjutsu out a 3/2 lifelinker? That's really funny. Or another artifact you control enters. Affinity for artifacts. Card draw. Honestly, I like the idea of a 2-drop Death Toucher or a 6-drop 5/4. But we are just trying to find out... Honestly, Beamtown Beatstick I like. It has a lot of uses. We are trying to find out... just the best commons so that we can keep our deck. Maybe try to get a win. Hopefully get a win, right? Oil counters on a thing. The doggo... let's see. Because we're kind of getting into, like, the middling area of not the best commons, believe it or not. Shout out to moving forward with Edge of Eternity's legendary vehicles can now be your commander, which is... it's alright. I think there are very few very funny things you can do with it, but they are very funny things you can do with it. That turns into a 5/5 beater with trample. Honestly, maybe we start building towards, like, evasion. One of the funniest things you can do with the new legendary vehicles rule change is you can now have all of the Transformer cards be the commander on the backside instead of on the front side, and initially, you wouldn't think that matters. However, there was a very small cycle of cards in MTG Visions of... there's a very small cycle of cards from... what is that from? MIC? Like Visions of Beyond, is not, nope, that's not the one. Visions of Dominance and stuff like that. Innistrad Midnight Haunt Commander. Yeah, there's a bunch of cards that have flashback and the spell cost X less, where X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own. And I don't know if any of these commanders are better on their vehicle side. I would need to check that. Let me actually check that. Set bot. No, more than meets the eye is always cheaper, isn't it? Yeah. Wait, no, Cyclonus. Oh, interesting. It is also strictly worse because you could not... Wait, can you not cast these? Wait a minute. So, all of the Transformer cards on the back don't have a mana cost, I believe, because... oh, hold on, I need to check this. Gatherer.wizards.com, sure. Slicer? Let's do Slicer, just because I know. Slicer... do you have any rules? Copy a permanent spell, enters the battlefield, determine total cost of a spell. Since it doesn't have a mana value on the back, I don't know if you can cast it for the backside. Hold on, were the Transformer cards in... no, I don't think they made it into Brothers War, did they? like into our sets. Oh, I can't test it on here then. If you just have if there is now a cycle of commanders you can't cast, that would be very funny. That would be incredibly funny. Hold on a second. I need to figure it out. I can't find that. I'll have to search it up later. Okay, I think there's a high possibility. I like that a lot. There's a high possibility you can just have a spell that you can't cast in your command zone. Alright, what was I doing? I was in the red section? Why? Dragons gain haste, Trebucket, Gimli's Axe. Let's see. There's not much here left. I think we're gonna have to rotate out of the artifact creature theme now and start just looking for generic good stuff, or look at the summons. Cranial Ram isn't bad, actually. But my leg, it's caught on a bear trap. Actually, Cranial Ram plus Ginger Brute? Do we just build, like, small evasive creatures? Alright, let's see what else we have. Crashing Drawbridge. And Dune Mover lines up future land drops. It's been a staple. Equipped creature has flying and haste. I do like that I entered creature and it's also giving me, it was not my intention, but we're also getting all the equipment that I could use and that I might want to use. Blitzball. Halo Hoppers Convoke, Magic Pot. I don't remember if Sad Robot was ever, let me check. Solemn Simulacrum. I don't think it was ever below, like, uncommon for sure. Yeah, it's not legal in Pauper. I'm kind of just going through and picking stuff. When it enters draw card, sack it, target creature can't be blocked this turn. I think I want more permanent unblockability. Alright, X proof. Sadness. I guess Shore Up isn't terrible. Because these are all until end of turn effects. I don't know why, I really like the art on this card. Like, the gems themselves are a very satisfying color. Wingfold Terran. Maybe a big shark. When this aura enters, creature gains hexproof. Base power and toughness, 4/4 and flying seems good, but then, like, if I'm protecting Kefka, Ruler of Ruin, I am less high on that. I'll take an Cybomancer. Summon. Are there any common summons that I'm missing? No, okay. T enchantment T creature. Oh, ninjutsu actually is pretty good. An enchantment creature ninjutsu and a... Where'd the other one go? Artifact creature ninjutsu was somewhere too. Maybe they didn't end up in my deck. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for spicy common creatures that might be in Arena. Oh, Nimbus Naiad. I like that a lot. Alright, we'll go through this, and then once we make it through this, sack a creature, each opponent loses a life, you'll gain a life. Intimidate. Artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color with it. I forgot, it's been a while since we've seen a vanilla creature, hasn't it, Ben? Was there a single vanilla creature in Final Fantasy? I don't believe there was. Non-token modified. Well, Summon Gofrail. Put old Guardian Force Ifrit into the deck, for sure. When this creature dies, 3 to anything. That's not bad. Wait, is that just a big 7/3? Yeah. Okay. Menache. Alright, let's look up removal. Destroy target. We're not doing like a thief style deck, so I actually don't know if I want to do as many of the like bone shards, mutual destruction, etc., etc. But there's also not that many that aren't. I like Cracked Skull. It has versatility. Claim the Precious. The Ring can tempt one of my 1/1s. What else do we have, though? What about each creature? That would not be drawing me very many cards at all. Each turn. When you cast your second spell each turn, put a counter on the old Razzle Dazzler. That's good evasion, actually. You may draw a card if you do discard. I'm not interested. Only once each turn. Each creature minus O turn. That should help get rid of each player sacrifices a thing. Getting rid of the turn should help filter out a lot of this stuff. We don't have nearly as many enchantments as artifacts. I was gonna say Black Mage's Rod is good, but actually almost all of our cards are creatures. Which means maybe we could do a whenever a creature effect. Each opponent discards a card. Sacks the greatest power among creatures. Just death by 1,000 cuts. I'm doing my hardest not to have a deck can include any number of card. Cornered by black mages, great and limited, not in a deck where you want to win in constructed. Whenever you create or sack a token, no. Kefka is a human, so you cannot mutate onto Kefka, unfortunately. But it is a wizard. How many party do we have? Not nearly enough party members. So, Deadly Alliance, unfortunately. Roll a d20. Actually, I've never read this card before in my life. That's sweet. For each creature card in your graveyard, Agorimo is a very good card in our deck. Each opponent selects a creature of their choice. For each artifact or creature card in your graveyard. Ooh, we could go a cost reducer effect. For each opponent you gain 4 life. I like Malboro. Maybe we bring an Ice Flan too. The amount of times End the Festivity has had uses. Ugh. Furor of the Bitten. Like, the dream would be you put it on Ginger Brute and have it, like, have to be a removal spell. Alright, we're at 81 cards. Hold on. Whenever an artifact enters in red. Flameweaver? Yeah. You can pay mana. This creature gets a buff. Return all. Oops. Return all. Same name. That's cool. Draw cards. Quick Study, Kieran Merchant, or Kieran Merchant. I do not commit a crime with Kefka because I'm not targeting anything. Thirst for Meaning isn't bad with the amount of creature enchantments we have, right? How many enchantments do we have? 6? It's still a decent amount of card draw. Maybe we just do counter spell. Nah, let's do just generic counter magic. Counter a creature spell? No. You have uses. Etherization? No. I'm looking for generic counter spell mechanics. Forgot about Dazzling Denial, birds popping off. Tap an untapped artifact you control, counter target spell. if they do counter a spell, Surveil 2, not what our deck is doing. Suspect giving Menace is a weird effect that a lot of people forget about, I feel like, because I definitely forget about it. At least, nope, that's non-creature spell stuff. Counter spell, though. I know you've been printed at common rarity, so I'm going to add you to my deck. Yeah. Do we add Doomblade to our deck? Has Doomblade been printed at common? Let me check before I queue out of here. Doomblade, are you pauper legal? Yes. But you're not in this game. I cannot print or create a copy of you. Alright. Sadness, but that's fine. We could defenestrate somebody. Do we have any 2-mana removal spells that don't require us to sack a creature? Unconditionally sack an artifact or creature. Or planeswalker. Okay. Feed the Swarm's good. Classic. Omaewa Mo. Or pay 4. Okay. It's also or planeswalker. Has flash. Or discard a card. Okay, that's good. I don't know why, but I have the intense urge to destroy planeswalkers. Add. Now we're gonna do Mana Rocks for our last 4 cards, 'cause sure. Laughing Mad, actually. I forgot about my impulse draw. Hold on, let's get rid of some cards after this. Open the Omen Path lets us Kefka a turn early, but it also lets us buff all of our creatures. I'm a little hesitant to ritual out Kefka, just because if Kefka gets removed, or countered, even worse. Locket's good. Windfall's good. We're gonna have to cut some cards after this. Arcane Signet for sure. Mind Stone. Ornithop is already in the deck. I don't have any dragons, right? No. Inherited Envelope is a card that I've appreciated in some of the decks I've been using. What is this? We're not gonna poison out the people. We could do that. Let's see. I'm not above, like, Rupture Spire, Gateway Plaza, the like. Let's, We also don't have, like, our curve is really good, actually. 2.7. We have to cut 9 cards, though. What about cost less? Graveyard. How many instants and sorceries do I have? Enough? 18. 5 or more mana values. Oh, like different mana values. Okay. I mean, it is evasion. So this just says 4 mana, enters, deal 2. Oh. That's a way to get Kefka back. Gain 3 or more life, not gonna happen. That's not bad. Right, we have to cut 12 cards now. Let me see anything that is not multiple card types. That's an enchantment creature. Artifact creature. I'm just gonna stack these just to make things easier for me right now. Artifact creature. Virus Beetle's an artifact creature for sure. Fiber Weaver's just a man. Dune Mover's an artifact creature. Ornithopter Paradise artifact creature. Enchantment creature. Just a creature. Packed up. Oh, you are an artifact creature. Okay. Artifact creature with ninjutsu. Crazy. Very funny that that's how that works. Rook Turret was an artifact creature. Macabre Reconstruction. Just a creature. He is but a man. Warplow. Warplow I think can go. Do we think Sewer Crocodile actually will be 1 mana unblockable? That's the question. I like you. I like you. I like you. And you. Enchantment. We'll consider leaving the enchantment in for now. Because now we're at just artifacts. That's an instant. Sorcery. We'll filter out this just to try to... We're going to try to balance it all. Just to make it a little bit easier. There's For Meaning is an instant. Cracked Skull's an enchantment. We don't have one for those. Sorcery. This is the right spot for that. Sorcery, instant. Instant artifacts. Okay, now we can keep going with this. Artifacts. What is this? Enchantment. Where? All the way over here. Sorcery. Instant. The old Razzle Dazzler. Creature gets a new tab. Instant. Instant. We have a deck so far. Is it a good deck? It's better than I expected. Is it a bad deck? Probably. But that's kind of how these typically go. You should have seen some of my other terrible decks. Enchantment. There you are. I lost it for a second. Sorcery. Instant. Creature. Okay. I think we can cut some straight artifacts. Newlith. You can tap or untap a creature. Blood Fountain. I like the prototype. I like the beat stick. I like the boots. That's been useful. Alright, I think those are good. What about our sorceries? Recursion, recursion, impulse draw. Removal, 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 removal. Okay. Maybe Furor is too cute? Probably. And just creatures. Let's... I think the Kakirin goes. Necromass is fine. Malboro is fine. What's our curve at? 2.8. We went up a little bit. Whoops, that's fine. You were supposed to be over here, Gingerbrute. That's fine. Okay. Maybe Inverted Iceberg has to go. Yeah, it just is not what we're trying to do. That's a lot of artifact creatures. I'm leaning towards Omen Path going. Thirst for Meaning also goes. Arcane Signet got over here somehow. Okay, maybe? Not Dead After All isn't terrible. Alright, let's finish this. Yes, I know. And then look at our 1-drops. That's a lot of 1-drops. What about our 2 and 4s? Honestly, our curve is looking real good. Clay Revenant's insane because it is essentially discard this, you can bring it back later, but draw 2 right now with Kefka. I feel like I'm hyping this deck up. What if we drop... I really don't want to drop my card draw. Let's go down a little bit on removal, I think. Let's drop Cracked Skull. And maybe Overwhelm. That's an instant speed, though. How about Bone Shards or... Man, all of these are so good. Second artifact or creature. Maybe it's Claim the Precious. That'll at least cut our curve down a little bit. And then 2 more cards. Saiba does seem very weak, actually, like, all things considered. And... what's our curve? Why do I have 43 lands in this deck? What? Alright, hold on a second. Things have to change. Commons. Land. $40, $39, $38, $37, $36, $35. But we are going to be adding some more lands. I think the cycling land is good. Drop a mountain. Dual lands aren't terrible, but weren't there dual lands that I could cycle? I might be misremembering. Ooh, artifact lands. Yeah. Because these also draw you 2 cards with Kefka. Black, red, artifact land? Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, I almost forgot about those. Archway Commons is another one of those sack ones. Swamp, Mountain, or Forest. Was there one... What was the Grixis? Was it this? Yeah. Maestro's Theater. Drop an island. How many lands are we at, though? 35. Cool. Alright, get rid of lands. Exile... Return. Essence Flux. Planar Incision. Tef's Time Twist. Blur. Ghost Form. I forgot about Ghost Form being a common. That's crazy. Keep a Raid Reckoner is not the kind of return we want. Target creature card from graveyard to hand. Exile this card from your graveyard. Okay. Make disappear, I suppose. Alright. 2 commons to craft. Kefka. Level up. Level 0, because we have 0 uncommons we can add to our deck. Okay. That's our deck. We have something that looks decent, honestly. Let's change to Brawl. I was messing around with a pretty spicy Reanimator deck. I need another copy of Annie Joins Up though. There's some cool decks that you can do in Arena. You just have to try not to die on turn 3 or 4 to mice or otters. But here we go, our first game with 99 commons and a Kefka. $99 commons and a Kefka, let's go. If you don't know the rules, I have, as I mentioned, 99 commons. If I win a game, I get a point that I can allocate, as you see in the top left. 1 point for uncommons, and then when I reach level 25, 2 for rares, and then at level 50, 3 for mythics. Oh, interesting. Hi, VV. This is a hand that doesn't deal with VV, but that's fine, surely. What do we do? Next turn we can Clay... Nope, Clay Revenant enters tapped. Tap an untapped artifact or creature you control? Let's... Hold on. Let's... Rupture Spire? That enters tapped. Let's see what we get off of Experimental, and then we'll Rupture Spire. I don't like that it's pitting us against people with crazy cards. Okay, sure. Thundering Falls, Surveil. We have an uphill battle. Got it. This is gonna go very poorly. Ah, not my ghost form. That's fine. It's not, but it's fine. I guess we could... What? Let's just line up for Kefka next turn. Like, we have the Clay Rev we can discard. What do I want here? A blue... It doesn't matter. A blue source, sure. Molten Gatekeeper. Oh no. This is where we draw the perfect answer for VV removal. Right now. They're not gonna cast VV, they're gonna pass and counter my commander. Ooh. Mithril Coat for the protection spell on PV. Okay, VV's popping off. Add 4 mana, what do you got? Oh no. Oh, it's not... Okay, Curiosity is fine in this deck. Because VV to each opponent, so Curiosity is much more tame in this format. I forgot about that. No, thank you. You can have that back. Let's sacrifice an artifact. Blow up VV. Yeah. Things are not nearly as spooky with, as I thought they would be. Okay. They can go off again, I suppose, if they want to. Right? I am threatening 5 damage a turn without, yeah. Otawara. Would you like to counter my card? I bet you have a... Actually, hold on. No. Now we'll do this. Oh, Kefka resolved. Huh. Artifact creature. How's it going, Grish? How's your day been? Oh. It's so good. Draw 3 is crazy. Yup. I feel like they're running out of gas, unless they just have like a huge draw spell effect. It's been so hot. Oh, does this spell just... How did they wild ride that? No, you're good. I'll take the damage here. Sack a creature or pay. Sack a creature. Let's pop VV. I'll negate their counterspell. And now I can... Yeah! Yeah! Physically, yesterday, I almost broke 100 and is hovering at 96. What is it gonna be where we're at today? I'm curious. You came just in time for my first win with Kefka. Today's high is 91. Wednesday's high is 94. We're getting some rain, possibly, which is good at least. All right, let's level up our Kefka deck. There's just something really satisfying about discarding one card with Kefka and drawing two, or in a 1v1 format, discarding, like, me and them discard and I draw 3 cards. That's crazy with Kefka. Kefka might be way better than I expected in Brawl. Which is fair, because originally Kefka also was way better than I expected in CDH. Let me see if there's any uncommons we want to add to the deck, though. I can't think of much. But that's just because I can't really think right now. A wizard class, actually. Wizard class isn't bad at all. Maybe... yeah, we'll cut our ninjutsu guy is an artifact creature, though. Yeah, we'll cut our ninjutsu guy in, put wizard class in. We have 0 unspent points now. Let me change the stream. Kefka level up deck. Update the settings, cool. Good to go. Is this Final Fantasy music? No, this is Rito Village with alright, well, that's fine. Broken clock strike twice a day at least. Kefka level up 1. Let's go. Kefka seems like a fairly easy level up commander deck. Also Vivi, which we considered. It's very funny that we ran into a Vivi deck though, like our first match. I'm wondering if they just don't know where to pit people, or if Kefka is rated that high. Oh, this is a hand. Let's Ornithop of Paradise. Mendicant Core's good. Now we can Mindstone Cranial Ram. Do we want to do that now, though, is the question. Oh, we can't Mindstone Cranial Ram. We can Mindstone... oh, we can. Yeah. Mindstone, Cranial Ram, Mendicant. We'll have a hard time getting through. Cavern of Souls and Mistrise Village. They said we are not countering spells today. Gladly. Okay. Sure. What ooh. That's a card that exists. Alright, we are racing against, we are racing. That is what is happening. Let's drop Virus Beetle. Artifact creature. Oh, it's so good. The fact that you can discard 1 card, draw 3 on this creature's ETB is crazy good. Alright, are they mendicanting again? They do run white, so they can exile Kefka, notably. Are they going to exile Kefka? I don't have blue. Five, 2. How do you feel about 9 damage? Let's discard a sorcery this time. Glimpse, I think. Maybe Kefka's good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We'll hold up Windfall. Because if something happens to our Ornithopter, like if they board wipe, yep. Windfall needed to happen. Let's discard Herald. That's fine. Now they can't Kefka. They can't counter Kefka, rather. Oh, blue source. Cool, cool, cool. Do we just Malboro? Yeah. This deck is surprisingly resilient right now. Ugh. And I'm good, actually. What did they exile? Swords to Plowshares, Counterspell, Exiles effect. Okay, sure. Target creature gains Flying Vigilance, something or other. It's just on your turn? Yes, just on your turn. See that the Synod is also making their artifact into a bit bigger. Do we... One... Oh. Wait. +1/+1 for... Oh, it is an artifact, right? I forgot about that. Second artifact or creature, huh? And now we'll sack the guy to blow up the guy. Okay, sure. And then what now? Your choice of Flying, Vigilance, or Lifelink. Okay. Let's Blitzball, equip Cranial Ram. I don't think they can afford to take 9, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. If they don't cast this, okay. Never mind. See, the issue is now they're in a rough spot. Lifelink? Yeah. Yeah, the fact that it is just discard, draw... Ooh, or another artifact you... No, that's too slow. We need to go beat down face. Then you... Then you... Then you... I guess they can afford to go to 6, right? The question is, do I block with Kefka? Alright, they're gonna be filtering with Fomori Vault, maybe? Nope. Alright, they're popping off with their Artifact Affinity. That's fine. Take action. Kefka's so good. Let's drop Locket. Locket? Second spell each turn, put a counter on this, it can't be blocked. Yes, Locket. That's a crazy draw. Actually, that's a crazy draw. Let's drop the counterspell. They had a Planeswalker. Oh. Alright, they get any artifact they want. Exactly 3 mana value. Alright, maybe all commons Kefka kinda got some kick to it. Now, what are you simulacralizing? Yeah. They're kind of stabilizing, and it's kind of spooky. Let's hit him with the old Razzle Dazzle. No, wait, hold on. Let's do this. They can sack anything they want. They sack the mage. Let's smack him. Yo, Kefka kinda go crazy. Exile you, and I think that's game, yeah? Discard 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kefka common beatdown got some kick. That's what I'm saying. Because the Mendicant is a scary commander to play against. They didn't get to max speed until this turn if they wanted to. No, they can't even get to it this turn. But whenever they cast an artifact spell, they can pay 1 and copy it. Which, with these cards, that means they would make 4 things per guy. Alright, if it gets to our turn, we win. Or we win before it gets to our turn. I guess that works too. Easy. Man, Kefka has a backside. Imagine that. Almost forgot. Yeah, I think that where level up decks shine truly is these decks that are like, this is absolutely a powerful commander. Because let's just look up Brawl. What are the decks that I've had the best time with? Not Xander. I've had an okay time with Nico. I had a decent time with Rankle and Torbran. An easy, phenomenally easy time with Ashnell. A terrible time with Lulu. So, like, if the commander has a good, easy to deal damage or easy to draw cards effect, you have so much of an easier time. Also, Kefka is level 1. Because we have only used one uncommon. Swiftfoot? Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy top deck. The Boots of Speed into the double discard. Herald. Herald seems expensive. Herald can go. And then Kefka can go up to 2. Grish, I gotta ask, boo what? It is not a slight on Xander. It is a slight on Xander's ability to work well with commons. I will just say that. I will just say it is just that specifically. Because here's pretty good. Here's pretty fun. When we started, which did I even save that? When we started, oh no. This was terrible. How have you been? You've been posting quite a bit of your drafts. How have you been enjoying those? Yerak the Desecrated. This is such a bad keep. No, absolutely not. We need card draw. Ooh. Alright, we might be having a rough time of it. I'm tempted to hold up Negate for whatever ramp they try here, right? Yeah, we'll hold up Negate. That's not... well... You know? You know? This is fine. Enjoying, yes. Winning, no. Fair enough. Has it been a second since you've done draft stuff? Leave me alone. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has ward 2. Wait, I could... I could cast Kefka. But I'm not going to. I'm also not going to Kaya's Ghost form this arm guard. That is not worth it in the slightest. Ooh, that's cool. That's real cool. I can cycle this, actually. Do I want to do that? Cycling the land isn't a bad idea. Cycling land might have been a bad idea. Oh no. This is gonna get real bad real fast. Goodbye, Dune Mover. You did your job well. Oh, feels good. Not drawing a black source, however. Feels bad. Do I have a way to kill a Scoot Swarm? Oh no. Oh no. Do we just scoop it up? We might just scoop it up. Legitimately don't know if we have a way to deal with this. Alright, they don't feel like swinging into Yarok. In with Yarok, rather. I can't do it nearly as good as you, but I'm gonna try. Yup. Is there legitimately anything I can do here? Bring Kefka back, I suppose. That's a good 2-for-1, actually. If they choose to chump here, or trade here. Yeah. Oh. They probably just jump here. Unless they don't care about their other card in their hand. Okay, yeah. That happens, decline. Kefka comes back. What a... Ah, man, I love this. Flying Haste, non-creature spell. Let's get rid of the Mana Rock, I guess. You can do I feel like I'm doing cool things. I'm just gonna die to 1,000 Scoots. This is absolutely what's gonna happen, by the way. Ah, Yarok, my beloved. Oh no. Uh-huh. Do you have the sacrifice lands? The, like, theaters and maestros, riveteers, etc., etc.? Please tell me you do. They don't. Shame on them. Shame. Man, they get 2 primetime triggers. Maybe this card shouldn't come to Commander. Maybe this card should stay banned. Exactly for decks like Yarok. Would you like to trigger again? You're thinking about it. I love how they definitely... Alright, jeez. The game... Alright, so I'm bringing in a Pyroclasm. Or something similar. Is Pyroclasm pauper legal? No. Maybe I bring in Pyroclasm over my, Honestly, an End the Festivities would just get the job done, right? Alright, top deck will not help me because there is no card that will help me. They're 27. Boom. Cloak of the Bat. How do you like them apples, opponent? Bam. Instant. Oh, I guess I should not have discarded Blur. That's fine. Oh man, just one card? Okay. Yeah. Yup. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that it triggers Prop's Eidetic Memory. That's cool. I hate that guy. But I respect Rusko in this deck. Fire Magic is an uncommon? Actually. Because Fire Magic's instant speed, right? I can't block. You got it. Go for it. Oh. Cool. Maybe we can draft soonish. Mythic. Please be a wild card. Yeah. I like that quite a bit. Talk about hits out of my Foundations pack. Those turn into Final Fantasy cards. Now the question is, do they turn into lands? Because I desperately need the mana base. This is what I've been brewing in Standard. Is Yuna Reanimator with like Bahamut, Knights of Round, Elder Dragon War. Maybe one of them turns into a Boiler Bilge. This deck is a hodgepodge of a list that somebody else put together, and then I massacred it because I didn't have the wild cards for it. But it did well enough to get me to Plat. What was I doing? I was adding a card, right. Fire Magic. Where'd Kefka go? There'd Kefka go. Fire. So Fire Magic in, and one of the two cards I just added out. I know one was the level up. Wizard class? What was the other one? Those Swifties. I think Wizard class is less valuable than Fire Magic here. 5 damage, 6 mana, 3 damage everything. I like it. Alright, let's try that. No, I'm looking at putting together the Yuna Reanimator package in, like, my local standard, and I'm very excited to play it. Although I think right now the deck has a lot of stuff to deal with both Corey Steelcutter and Monstrous Rage, but also Omniscience. I'm wondering if I keep in the Omniscience removal, because even if stuff happens that changes Omniscience's playability, people will for sure be sideboarding in, like, Rest in Peace. They go first. Let's see how this goes. Alright, we need a third land, but we're set otherwise, right? We'll wait. Pass the turn. Now, if they have a counterspell here, it's gonna suck. They did not, in fact, have a counterspell here. Now I can second artifact or creature. Heal it. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Try to secure a land drop. We did. Very cool. Then bring out the Ward 2 guy, I suppose. White, blue. No. Okay, sure. So we get super punished if they draw red naturally. But when has that ever stopped us? I would like to discard this artifact creature. You would like to discard this. Is that a Land Storm? Okay. I don't think they block here. I also... Really? Really? Okay, maybe they do have red naturally. Yeah. Alright, we gotta kill that. Oh? Okay. Let's discard this artifact land. Oh, feels good. No blocks. Play Ginger Brute. What do you do? I guess we could just block that, right? That's fine. Let's discard Blitzball. Blitzball can go. Alright. I think we win. Yeah. Yeah, Kefka's card advantage is really good. Oh, now we have one unspent point. Whoops, I forgot to change that. Do we have any cards that we want, really? I don't think Greaves is in the format. I'm pretty sure Greaves is not in the format, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, Foundations, right? Lightning greases. Greebs. Yeah, no? Okay. Oh. So, a couple things. One, I finally lined up a trade for a Vivi. So, I'm probably going to be able to get and build my Bracket 1 Vivi deck. In which case, I can finally settle the debate of, is Bracket 1 able to be built with a game changer? Because I'm sure Vivi is going to be a game changer, right? Like, Vivi, to me, is for sure on that level of... This is really... this hand is not actually great, but I like the idea behind it. I think Vivi will be a game changer. I also think you can build a bad Vivi deck, but you gotta restrict yourself super hard on it. Wait. That's a thing we can do. Hold. I actually think we might hold up negate. Yeah, we're gonna hold up negate. Whoops. That's fine. Guess we'll get a mountain. If this is where the non-creature spell comes in, oh man. Toxic. Boom. Got him. Ha ha ha. Alright, we do need to deal with Pantlaza. Really wish we could have countered that Vortex. What is this? Power 5 or greater. Oh. Okay. Sure. I would like to counter the crab. Alright, things are hurting. Please give us a land. I'm begging you. Please. You know what? I did this to myself. That's fine. I can't keep taking hits. All these dinos are real big and I can't keep taking these hits. Alright, there's the Cavern of Souls on Dino. Luckily, it wasn't last turn, but... Ugh. I think we're just dead. Legitimately think we're just dead. Aw, man. Oh, there's my lands. Got it. Very little, very late. What does that do? Nothing. Alright, we're very dead. Very dead to dinos. Because here comes Pantlaza for free? Or... Oh. Yeah, that would do it. That's incredible. Godzilla off the dome. I forgot they had the voice line for him. Alright, let's go to 1. Hooray. Yippee, even. Aw, you aren't ready for this, opponent. Boom. And I will discard an enchantment creature. Boom. Let's see what they discard here. Hot diggity, I can deal 1 damage to everybody. Let's discard an artifact creature. Just 2 that time. Good game. Hit him with the Kaiba. Oh. Okay, I was gonna be upset that I died to Pantwaza, but then they cast Godzilla, and I'm like... I can't. Also, interesting. Hold on. So this is what the card looks like, right? It's flipped. It says Zalortha Strength Incarnate, and then I can't read that down there. I think it also says Zalortha Strength Incarnate. But it doesn't say Godzilla. And I'm... Oh, licensing. That's gotta be a licensing thing, huh? Okay. They probably have the ability to use, like, the card frame and show what it is, but they can't, like... Or maybe it's, like, the coding. I don't know. Okay. Dying to Godzilla in a Dino deck makes me feel happy, at least. But let's run it back. I need to see where my order is. Yuna, I know how this lady works. Alright, we Beamtown into Mindstone. We hold Gingerbrute and Crab. Actually... Yeah, no, we don't hold Gingerbrute. We Beamtown Beatstick into Mindstone Gingerbrute into Swing with him? Equipped? I like that a lot. Beamtown. I guess that's... No, this is so that we can do this all this turn. Yep. Okay. Then we'll go Mindstone, Gingerbrute, Swing. Now, unfortunately, we can't get Kefka this turn, but the turn after we can. Ooh, Courser. Alright, let's equip Beamtown. Let's activate Gingerbrute. Oh, we didn't need to. It had Menace. Whoops. That's fine. Just that extra insurance, for sure. Stroke of Midnight. Okay. Nylea. Okay. So, I would have been able to counter Nylea if I didn't pay that extra 1 mana. That's awkward. Oh, they didn't want Nylea. Oh, they can't cast Nylea. Okay. A fine hound. I love how Torgal is one of the best cards in the, format. Alright, what am I doing here? Discarding an artifact creature? Hold on. They only have 1 card in their bin. Let's discard an artifact creature, yeah. Let's discard Scrapwork. Oh, we're feeding their Yuna. I definitely just realized. Yup, that's a Summon Titan. Hey, buddy. No, this is fine. This is fine. Maybe they'll Stroke of Midnight instead of cast Yuna. Surely. Surely. Oh, they cast Renoa. Okay. Yeah. I guess? Ah, yep, okay. So this is a weird case of inherited envelope actually mattering? Because Kefka's now my ring bearer. We should have Virus Beetled first, so we had more control over what they discard. This probably actually means we're only getting 2 cards here. Because they're probably discarding their, Sarah. Yeah. That's on me. They can only block with Courser and Doggo. And let's hit their last card in hand. Yeah, that one's on me. White Auracite. This is fine. Especially because they're milling their Auracite. Right? Okay, sure. I will gladly block here. Alright, so they're discarding an enchantment creature. So, like, the nut draw would be if I drew an artifact land, by the way. What is that? Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. They still can't block with anything besides their guys. So let's send in some damage. And I can just discard an artifact here, because I get 3 cards from their spider. I actually think I take out the token and the Torgal? Because they just get Courser back, right? No, because they can play lands from the top. But I get rid of 2 creatures this way? Yeah, let's do this. Command Zone. And then we can Gatekeeper. Do we want a Gatekeeper? Yeah, we'll Gatekeeper. Scorpion Sentinel. And pay for the Gateway Plaza. End turn. That's a lot of lands. Oh, it was just 2 lands. That's fine. Okay, they can now block with anybody they want the next time Kefka comes out, though, which is unfortunate. That's a lot of damage. So 16 for sure. Is it just 16? Probably. Do I have any? No, I do not. Yeah, we'll just do this then. Things hurt. Things hurt a lot. And things will hurt a lot, actually, when this happens. What do you have? A Rasta. I need board wipes bad. Do I have a way to sack a creature? No. So I'm liking the idea of the sacrifice a lot more. Is that... Oh, wait, hold on. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This'll have to work. Under its owner's control? Eh. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Let me not counter this. Oh, they can absolutely pay. Sure, we'll do it anyway. We are very dead. Yep, they just pay. Yeah. Very dead. They'll just give, yeah. Yeah. Well done. Man, I wish I had access to board wipes. Was that 2 board wipes? Yeah. Is there anything that we can do? The other thing I want is sac effects. I actually am leaning towards sacrifice effects. Alright, uncommon, common. Destroy all. Oh, that's fun. Huh. That's actually really cute. And we have the point to spend on it? Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. That seems really good, actually. Unearth. Rook turret. I'll keep Rook turret in. Let's drop, like, a blur. Quick study? Blur? Glimpse. Now, the question is, do I think Kefka will perform better than if I were to build Vivi? And I think the answer might be yes. Wait, actually? Wait, actually? We're gonna keep this. Because we have the perfect curve. Oh, yeah, this is still fine. Chrome Mox. Hey. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab a red source. Yes. Now we can what? Hit him with the old razzle-dazzle? Do we actually want to Swamp Cycle now? I don't think so. Oh, they're scared. They're scared. What is this? Whenever land enters... Ooh. So they would look at the top one, put a bird into play, yeah? I think we still be a little greedy. Even though we're probably getting chocoed this turn. Right? Nah. Nah. The old razzle-dazzle. Do we... I guess our deck is terrible, right? We still do this. Choco. Swing with some birds. Do they find a land? No. We'll take 3. Ooh. Do we try to steal one of their cards? Let's just Kefka. Let's Kefka drop, Quick Study. And see where we go from here. Oh, is that a Knights of the Round? Yeah, okay. Please tell me you can't reanimate that. Ride the Shupuff. Three birds. What you got? Pretty good. Now, are we chumping here? Yes? Yes. I would like to commit a crime, please. Spirit. Let's discard an artifact creature. Heck yeah. These are terrible. These are all terrible. I guess we cast Boots of Speed, right? Nah, we can't Boots of Speed. We need to find an out for their birds that are gonna get out of control here. Oh, hi, Summon Fenrir. How's it going? What a crazy card. Alright, now their bird gets out of control. They're buffing the Mana Dork. Got it. Send in the team. Look at the top 3. They find this card. They put into play 1 land. Okay, that's fine. That's a Bane of Balagad. What in the world? Yeah, this all happens. I'm going down 9. They steal my best card, which is probably terrible. I guess they could find a removal spell, right? A kill spell for Kefka. Or a counter spell. Yeah, we're gonna cycle this. You got me. Oh boy. Aha. We're dead. We're very dead. Try to find an answer? And we yeet Malboro. Nope, that's not an answer. They probably double block here, yeah? No, no. They can turn the Shoopuf online too. Like, we're just dead. You. And then we can do you. And then we can take their guy, I guess. Ah, the removal spell was 1 card deep. Alright. Technically, we're not... Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're dead. We're very dead. Even if they didn't do anything else, if they just turned Shoopuf online, we're very dead. Honestly, they should be buffing their flyer. Oh, okay. Maybe... I'm not gonna block. So, Saz's Chocobo is a very good card, even outside of, like, draft sealed noted. We could soak up 18 of that 27? Negative 27? Yeah. My only hope there, I think, was to hit something off of their bird, like a board wipe. Although I guess Diamond Weapon would have been very funny and also helped. BB. We have matched into a lot of Final Fantasy commanders. Alright, we got Boots of Speed and a Demir Locket. We are on the play. The Choco is a menace, for real. Boots of Speed. Hello. Alright. We can't take out VV if they play them on turn 3. But the turn after, for sure. Unless they counter this. Okay. That's fine. They also don't play... Wow! Now, the greedy play there would have been to try to draw a land, but I'm not here to be greedy. I'm here to survive. Alright, I think they have interaction for Kefka. Yeah, sure, why not? If they counter this, whoops, I guess. Oh, Brain Surge, that's fine. Yeah, you can run 4 copies. If you run it somehow in draft, if for some reason nobody takes them, you can pull as many as you draw. Aw, man. Lands, am I right? Sure, I guess. Land. No better time to do it, I guess, yeah? Discard an artifact creature? I'd probably discard an instant or sorcery, or a land, maybe? Yeah, draw 3. Draw 3, baby. Let's just keep discarding as many card types as we can. Artifact creature. Oh, that feels real good. Yeah, sure. Cranial Ram gives us 3 mana. We can Inherited Envelope Disruption Protocol? Sure. Kefka's our commander. Run a bunch of wheel discard effects and gain a bunch of life. The issue is that it's slow to the point that you are dead by turn, hot. In Standard specifically, Standard is like a turn 3 format right now, by the way. Yeah, you got it. Oh, if we can, ooh, hold. Crumb Mox, hot. Cool. Would you like to exile a thing? Cool, cool, cool. What's your last card? Oh yeah, you can flash that back, huh? This is gonna be the craziest turn. Let's counter this now. Yeah. Actually, this is fine. Opponent, it would be really cool if you gave me 10 mana's worth of effects to work with. I appreciate that. Now. Synthesizer. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Unexpected Windfall. Discard Maestro's Theater. Annihilating Glare. Sacks an artifact or a creature? But we can do that later, right? Yeah? Let's sack this. Hot diggity. Send the team. Let's discard this artifact land. Alright, now we'll sacrifice VV to target VV. Autopay. Sacrifice VV. Yes. That was a pretty good turn. Drop 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was pretty good turn. That is exactly why we want these sacrifice effects. Yeah, that happens. pretty good. Kefka's disgusting. We have gone up quite a few levels, even since we really have 2? I don't think we have 2, right? Did I forget to take away a point again? Let's dip in real quick. I don't think I took out a thing for fire magic. Yeah, we're level 3, so we have 1 point. I keep forgetting to track this. I need to track this proper. We have 1 point to spend. We could put in Brainstorm, but like we don't have any tutors, so I don't really want to. What are you? Not really interested. Let's look up uncommon specifically. See if anything sticks out to us. Bounce a creature, scry one. I'm thinking like Wash Away is not bad. Actually, anything for our card draw, anything that lets us look at the top and choose is probably better than simply draw a card, right? Oh, we could put the Thopter guy. Wait, every turn we get a free discard artifact creature. That's insane in this deck. And they pop off? Emporium Thopter is second time in a row, stay winning. Macabre Reconstruction has felt negative to me. I will say that. Alright, now we can change our unspent points to 0 because we brought in one of the MVPs of all time. Our little guy. Because these put Thopters into your hand, it lets us discard them with Kefka, which is really cool. Alright, our deck is popping off. We now have 4 uncommons in it, and it's pretty spicy. It's really cool how well a deck can function, even if it has only commons in it. Another Choco. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves. Choco go crazy. Choco loco. Opponent goes first. We have to tap land, because it lets us line up future stuff. That's... Yeah, sure. Sure, yep. Now all of their creatures are birds. Oh, wait. All of their creatures are birds now. So they have something they can use. Hold on, what does that say? Dies. Sure. I'll put pressure on board. Just something to make it less likely they attack with them. Because the sooner they start attacking and getting pressure on board, the rougher time I will have. One into hand, or they can decline. Nope, it's not a land. Kefka. We'll discard Gatekeeper? Had a can of spray foam explode, it was so hot. Oof. We'll keep the... Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Honestly, they're not playing many birds, so I'm happy with that. Let's... Guardian Force, discard land? That's risky. Discard Laughing Mad. Play Combat Courier. And then up it a couple times. If we get one non-land, I would be happy. Bin. Because it's not a bird, unfortunately. Fenrir. Oh, right. All of their creatures are uncounterable because they're all birds. They're being very aggressive with Choco, though. Like, I'll block here, for sure. If they have, like, a protection spell, sure. But, like, as long as I can keep their commander off field, that's fine with me. Discard an artifact land. Heck yeah. What now? They could recast Choco. I feel like that's probably not the best play. Because then Kefka kind of just gets out of control. Especially if they let me untap. I can dismantle their whole hand. No blocks. Yeah, that's fine. Take action. What does this do again? Actually, I like that quite a bit. Let's play a swamp. Play a ball. Play a ball? How much do we have after that? That's 5 for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm good. I'm good. What is your plan, opponent? I'm a little afraid. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Sure. We're both kind of just staring at each other. Why didn't you... Okay, sure. Yeah. Yup. Okay. I'm gonna Laughing Mad if you just pass. Sure. Let's discard... I think the Shattered States era can go. Yeah. We can negate? If they have a counterspell? And we, what, 2 for 1 them? Maybe more because we're getting rid of Dune Mover. Oh. Yeah. Alright, now things get pretty spicy. If we had 1 more mana, we could stop a board wipe. Cool. Let's strip them of their last card and just see where we go from here. I'll discard... the Beamtown Beatstick? Yeah. Cleansing Nova? Alright. Back to the command zone. Play a 1 mana 5/4. Play a Kefka? No, we can't Kefka. Let's Windfall away the land and see what we get. I think we're winning. Right, I think we're winning. We can play Malboro, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let's just play a Locket. Growth Spiral. They're incentivized to play out their hand, yeah. I would have Marlboro'd him and made him discard his last card. He didn't have a card. Oh yeah. Actually, I think the better play was instead of blinking Kafka to just let that happen. Kafka go to the command zone and then deal with him that way. To cast Kafka on my turn. And if it's a counter spell, sure, you got me. But if not, then we steal their last spell. Chocobo. Alright, this should seal it. I would assume. Back to the command zone. Let's draw 5. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, so I should not have blinked there in response to wherever it went. It went into exile because the spell resolved. I shouldn't have blinked in response to this. I should have just let it die, and if it was anything except for a counterspell, then we can strip it. If it's like non-instant, we can strip it from their hand on my turn. And that way also keep up Essence Flux for if it matters later too. Up to 5 though, with 1 point to allocate. Man, Kefka in a 1v1 is crazy, just from the amount of value you can get from dual type creatures on, or dual type cards on your field. Ooh, we get a card style on our next level. Actually, fun fact, I'm looking at on my Achoko right now. Because I picked up one because I'm like, I have a bird. I have a modal deck that I can slot in random creature types. Like, I roll a dice pregame and slot in creature types, and birds is one of my creature types, and I'm like, maybe I just turn it into a bird deck. Choco's really good. This is not a capable hand. This is a keepable hand. I go first. We can beat stick or... Actually, we... Prototype? Hello. And then we can beat stick into next turn Blitzball. Whenever another creature enters... Oh, no. Uh-oh. I guess we do this, yeah? Set up for... Oh, I should have... Whoops. I forgot Blitzball was a mana rock. I could have Gateway Plaza'd and been better off. Alright, now we Kefka. If they play Heya, I think that's good for us, actually. We're for sure dropping Drossforge Bridge, though. Yeah, that's good for us because it doesn't actually trigger anything. Sure. Artifact land. The Moon Circuit Hacker's absurd value with Kefka if Kefka connects, because you draw however many cards, then draw another card after scrying 2. Draw 3, we got our Thopter boy. They're reading Kefka. Ooh. X the number of counters on this card. That's a good card. They're looking at how I drew 3 cards. What's up? Reading the beat stick, reading that it gives menace. Yeah. This turns into either aerial support or draw 2 every turn. I love how much use I've been getting out of Emporium Thopterist. Because at the beginning of your upkeep, conjure a Ornithopter into your hand. And Thopters get +2/+0. Or I can swing and discard with Kefka. Oh, you can bet I'm just dropping Guide of Souls, by the way. Oh, that's fine. Sure, I suppose. Back to the command zone. Alright, well... That's less good. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on this creature. Alright, now things are a little spooky. Heliod's 1 away from turning online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's strip them of their last card. And drop the Moon Circuit Hacker. Maps tap to sacrifice? Yeah. Drop the Moon Circuit Hacker. I really don't know if that's going to be useful. That puts a flying counter on the creature, so we need an answer soon. Otherwise, we die in a turn. I guess Kefka's an answer, right? But not one we want, really. Okay, that's huge for us. Okay. That's bad for us. Trigger. So we're forced to block here. So Kefka can't even save us until later. And they're right to divvy it up, because that makes sense. Very smart. And we have a hand that does nothing, actually. What's our out here? 5, 6, 7. I guess we can leave Kefka in the bin. Draw a land that's good for us. We can cast Writhing Necromass and Emporium Thopterist and just hope that they don't draw a creature. It does not matter, right? We need removal for the creature. Oh yeah, are we just dead? We're not just dead, right? If they have a land, we're not just dead? If they have a creature, we're dead. Okay, we're very dead. Good game. Now they can give flying to the big guy. We played to our outs, though. I guess we should have dropped Thopterist earlier, yeah? Now you absolutely use this. Honestly, you could give Heliod flying too, even if you wanted. Now we're super dead. The minute I saw Guide of Souls drop, I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Man, a Thunder Magic would have worked wonders there, actually. It would have cleared off almost all of their board and turned Heliod off. But let's go. On to the next one. Let's run a couple more. And then I gotta call it and go do some things today. I'm trying to figure out how much I like Summon Titan in my standard deck. Like, it's not bad. It forces removal, actually. Like, it's one of the summons that does force removal, I'd say. I go first. I don't like playing my dual lands like this, but worse things could happen, right? Frodo. Have I ever read this card? Hold on. You can attach target equipment, mana value 2 or 3 to Frodo. Okay. Let's play our beat stick. Alright, there's Frodo. Let's play Synthesizer? No, let's play Cranial Ram. This will force the protection on Frodo if they have anything. I'm sorry, hello. Okay. I forgot about the... Whoops. Forgot about the protection spell effect, or the thing that matters, right? Pay one. So I have to chump here, yeah? Huh. That's not good. They probably put the double striker on it, right? We can wehehe. No, we can't wehehe. This is really bad. Oh, because I drew it this turn, it cost more. Let's make a guy. This is really, really bad. They hit my guy. Love that. They should equip the sword onto Eberhard. Yup. Double strike 6, 7, 8, 9. Ew. I have never seen this Frodo before. Huh. Oh, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because of the sword. Very cool. If we Kefka, we can't even do anything. We just got outplayed thoroughly. This deck is sweet. Alright, artifact land. They probably discard a land here, right? Yeah. And I can't play any of the cards I draw because of Everhurt. This deck is pretty cool, actually. I'll decline. I'll leave it under there. You got me. Hot diggity. Frodo. Frodo can auto-attach all of the swords. This deck is sweet. Alright, Frodo, I didn't I didn't know you had game like that. That was, like, decidedly over. And they had protection for if we, had removal, right? Alright, Inherited Envelope. This is a bit too slow. Better? Better. Do we hold up Gingerbrute or do we land cycle? Yeah, let's hold up Gingerbrute and land cycle. Muyen Ling makes 4/4 birds. Let's just start attacking the hand as fast as possible. Give them harder choices early on. Bounce a creature and a creature you don't control to your their hands. Would you like to counter this Mana Rock opponent? It's not a bad one to counter. Yep. I expect counter magic to be very good here. Like, I expect a handful of counter magic and try to ult. It's just standard blue things. Gates are cool. I like the gate cycle. I think you got a flash creature. They had a counter spell, but I had exactly the mana to counter it. Or to pay for the counter. Now, if they Muyen Ling... Alright, so they want to counter my commander. Got it? Now, I didn't feel like 2-for-1ing myself by, sacking the Ginger Brute or casting Fire Magic to blow up my whole board. Alright, they're still trying to play passive. This should force an answer. Yeah. I was gonna say, they have to respect the Thopterist. Now, they're probably gonna play something that they can play out and counter at the same time. Yeah. They have a counterspell. Or a bounce spell. That's pretty good. The thing is, they can't safely make a bird, right? They can safely make a bird, okay. I'm going to blow up their bird. And see where that gets me. This is a very weird control-y game. Send in team. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, so they can almost do this guy. Do we see a Mu Yan Ling again, is the question. What a wild game. We are nickel and diming them, though. For sure. I'm not gonna cast something that'll get countered. They don't wanna... What a weird game. Nickel and diamond, baby. Alright, so they for sure have 2-mana counterspell. And we just let it happen, right? Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll discard the Fire Weaver here. Okay, sure. I think good things are coming our way. I think that we have stabilized enough against this all counter magic, bounce magic control deck. Bounce Kefka? It is an enters or attacks trigger. Alright, they want my little guy down. Uh-huh. Hand. No blocks. Let's Kefka. How do you feel about Kefka, opponent? Okay. Let's discard... Are they, though? Because it doesn't feel like it. Let's discard Artifact Creature. Even though it has Ward 2, I feel like this is the best one to go for. Oh, feels good. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Man. Discard 1. Let's discard Laughing Mad here. How many? 1, 2. Ooh, this is our chance. This is our chance. Discard Sewer Croc. This is a super controlling matchup. Just one? Sadness. Let's sack our little guy and blow up Mu Yanling. Mu Yanling? Yeah. Let's blow up their draw source, actually. Cool. Sure, I guess. Not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Mystic Sanctuary puts what on top? Psych Rift, okay. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna drop the locket. Uh-huh. And now I'm going to put your giant on top or bottom of your... Oh, it's non-land permanent. Take action. They put it on top. Okay. Let's go you. You. I think we're stabilizing. Because now we just have every turn draw 2, which is really good. Yep, we know about you. Put an Ornithopter in my hand. Yeah, we do that. I was like, is this the play? Discard this Ornithopter. Draw 2. Equip Cloak of the Bat onto Kefka. And take down their commander. Discard land. Alright, we are stabilizing here. We're gonna take a big hit this turn, though. We're actually gonna take a huge hit this turn. But if they Psych Rift, that's fine? Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Let's stop on their upkeep. Discard Dune Mover. Discard 3. Not dead. Fire Magic's getting worse and worse, and Quick Study. Discard. Now things are weird. Inherited Envelope is good, though. Let's discard Pact Altair. You're good. Take you, send Kefka here, Sword Coast here, discard Dross Fort Bridge, draw 2. Play land for turn Drossfort Bridge. Pass? We can play Cloak of the Bat, actually. Have they not? Oh, they've activated that. And now they can't cast their commander, which means we're sitting pretty. Let's block here. What now? Play you. Play you. Play you. Swing with our artifact creature. Drop our artifact, or drop our artifact creature rather. Yeah. Bop. And give Kefka Hexproof? What do you turn into? A 5/7? Let's give Kefka Hexproof in haste. Alright, they need a bounce spell to win. They need a board wipe to win, rather. And a Mu Yanling does not do it. Chump here. Trade. Like this. Yeah! That was a long, grindy game, whoa. Oh. Okay, let me take a peek at their board state. Because they had Mu Yanling, but like, bounce spell, bounce spell, bounce spell, counter spell, counter spell, bounce spell, counter spell, technically bounce spell, I guess, counter spell, bounce spell, counter spell, or bounce spell, counter spell, counter spell, bounce spell. So 14 bounce or counter spells, and then card draw, card draw, card draw, evasion. That's standard mono blue control, for sure. That was a grindy match. I'm gonna call it after that one, for sure. Let's level up our deck, though. Kefka kind of nice. Kefka kind of nice. Did I forget to update? We'll see. I might have forgotten to update how many points I'd used. If not, then I believe what I have. Let's get a random sleeve. Probably Noctis, yeah. Maybe for if I ever build Noctis. I'm getting the orbs that cost 2 just so I don't forget about them. I'll get the crystals and whatnot later. Oh, I forgot I got gems from this. I get 1,200 more gems before the end of this, looks like. Yeah. Give me something good. A rare. Ooh, I need you, actually. That was good. That was good. Sahelia's in the shop. Probably a bunch of... Yeah. Ah, it's the girlies. Neat. Double date in the shop today, apparently. Yeah, Kefka is 4, so I have 2 points to spend. Do I want any uncommons? Quistis gets me back an instant or sorcery. But it's, she's also not a dual creature type. Let me look. Enchantment. I could go shrines. What an awful thing to do. What an awful thing to do. Wait. That's bad though, right? Like this one's good. This one's alright. But like I'd be discarding them 9 times out of 10. Ooh, a counter spell that's an enchantment creature has text. Because I'd be incentivized to hold it until I get Kefka, and then I might discard it. Shiva's fine. Summon Anima's good. Sacks a creature of their choice unless they discard a card. That actually is decent. Esper Ramu, non-creature, non-land cards, so that is not what I want. Ooh. Fear of Infinity, flying lifelink can't block. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, you can return this from graveyard to hand? Ouroboros? Or Ouroboros? Aurora Borealis? At this time of year, localized entirely in your kitchen. Yes. You may pay 3 and sacrifice a non-land permanent if you do reveal it. My non-land permanents are not that good. Let's settle down. I guess our summons aren't terrible, but they aren't like the best. Alright, let's go artifact with type creature. You may put an artifact with mana value less than or equal to the damage dealt. Equal the number of artifacts you control. Honestly, affinity for artifacts isn't terrible, right? Like, it's got just about the same worth as Writhing Necromouse. Because I have a lot of artifacts. Equipped creature has lifelink. Oil counters is not something I'm going for. Trample. Piggy bank. Terrifying. Reinforced Ronin. At the beginning of your end step, return this creature to its owner's hand. Rabbit Battery, though. I like... Hold on. I like Rabbit Battery more than I like... No, that's a lie. I like Swiftfoot Boots a lot for the hexproof. 4 more card types. Each opponent may sacrifice equal to its power for each creature who didn't. That's kind of hot. We just go like a, not stuffy doll, whatever it is, oh, what's the rack? 8 rack? Cool. This can go, because I don't like how Soul Tender be in the bin. The Shattered States of Era is pretty good though. And our deck is rapidly approaching like critical mass of non-multi-type things. Fireweaver's too good not to come out. Dune Mover I enjoy. Maybe not dead after all. No, that's a huge combat swing if that happens. Thopterist is really funny. Maybe Razzle Dazzler? Razzle Dazzler is pretty slow. Let's drop that, go up to 6, and we'll call it there. I'm gonna skedaddle on out of here. I gotta run, get some quarters for laundry, but thanks for chilling and hanging as we added some uncommons to Kefka. It feels good playing a deck that lets you actually add cards to it. Not gonna lie. But I will be back on Wednesday. I'm gonna be running more Rain World as we're getting a better and better idea of what's going on there and what to do, and not eating the brain cells of the person that we're supposed to be helping. That's also a good thing. But yeah. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. We should be getting Monster Hunter news here soon, which I'm excited about, and bans next week for Standard. So, lots of stuff I'm intrigued in. I hope you guys have some fun things coming that you're looking forward to, but I will catch you on Wednesday. For now, take care of yourselves. As always, tell the people you care about that you love them. I'll see you later. Bye.